In this video, I'm going to outline the details of how I derma roll in the hopes that you can experience amazing regrowth like I've seen over the past year. Consult a professional first. A lot of people skip this step, but I always say that the very first thing is consult a professional or a specialist if you can do so, to identify the cause of your hair loss. If you have a deficiency or an underlying medical condition that's responsible for your alopecia, only professionals can properly diagnose you and guide you to the proper treatment. Deficiencies such as a lack of vitamin D have been shown to cause hair loss similar to androgenetic alopecia. And fun fact, according to research conducted in the NIH, it's estimated that 42% of the US population and 20% of India are deficient in vitamin D. On the opposite end of the spectrum, others will waste time and money consuming supplements such as biotin when it's not needed. So do yourself a favor and find out if your hair loss is simply a problem that can be resolved by addressing other issues. The next step is making sure you pick the derma roller that best fits you. Now, if you come to the conclusion that a derma roller is the right course of action, start with the roller that has needles no longer than 0.5 millimeters and number at 192. In my experience, that is a good starting roller, especially if you have thinner skin. There are multiple studies from the NIH showing how a roller of 0.5 to 0.6 millimeters was the best for hair growth. For stronger, sturdier needles that will hold up over a longer period of time, go with the titanium derma roller. But if you are a bit lax when it comes to cleaning your derma roller, stick with stainless steel needles. Stainless steel won't last as long as titanium, but it does remain cleaner with each use. Cleaning the derma roller. When cleaning the derma roller, I follow a two-part process. I use a toothbrush dedicated to my derma roller to clean dirt and hair product off the roller and needles. I scrub the roller and needles using soap and water. Afterwards, I'll drench the roller in alcohol to disinfect and leave to dry. Next, you should clean your scalp. After cleaning the roller, it's time to clean my scalp. Scalp exfoliation is something I personally abide by and include in my process. I trim my hair and gently exfoliate my scalp before using the derma roller or applying topicals. I not only just enjoy the sensation of having a cleaner scalp, but it allows my derma rollers to more easily penetrate the scalp at the required depth. A cleaner scalp will also reduce the chance of incurring infections at the site of derma rolling, especially if you accidentally derma roll for too long or too hard. What precautions should you take? Always sanitize your derma roller before use. Never derma roll skin with acne breakouts, growths or cancers, ingrown hairs, open wounds, burns, infections, or any other non-cosmetic medical condition. Always gently cleanse your scalp before derma rolling and allow your scalp to dry. That being said, how long should you roll a certain area, how many times, how often, and where? A lot of this will depend on your individual circumstances. When derma rolling, I currently stick to a schedule of 3 times a week. To save time, I only derma roll areas that I feel are showing signs of thinning or may be susceptible to thinning. Because androgenetic alopecia strikes in a pattern, if there's a thin spot on one side of my crown, I usually treat the same corresponding section on the other side of my crown to get ahead of the pattern. I roll each section around 10 to 15 times, making sure to lift the roller with each pass. I never apply a great deal of pressure when rolling. Applying topicals. My topicals of choice are usually diluted peppermint and rosemary oils. Mixed with coffee in an applicator bottle. Once again, this is a case of me strictly following the research and hoping to benefit from it. There are quite a few studies showing the effectiveness of peppermint oil, rosemary, and coffee in the treatment of androgenetic alopecia. When making my coffee mixture, I try and keep the concentration of caffeine high. I mix 1 tablespoon of coffee with 8 ounces of water. This coffee can be instant or brewed. I sometimes even leave a few unused coffee grounds in the bottom of my mixture to increase its potency over time. The loose coffee grounds can also be massaged into the scalp, providing extra exfoliation and stimulation. After the coffee mixture is made, I add 4 to 5 drops of essential oils per ounce of coffee, similar to how I mix with a carrier oil, and give it a shake to mix it. This combination of topicals has become my go-to for maintaining my hair growth, and I personally recommend it. A few bonus tips to see more progress from your derma rolling journey. This includes scalp massages when possible. Avoid stressors in your life, including the consumption of caffeine, and maintain good sleep hygiene to keep your hormones balanced. Also, if you are the type to spend most of your time inside, try and get outside for at least 10 to 15 minutes in the sun. You don't need to stand directly in the sun, but getting some sunlight bouncing around your eyes will stimulate you to produce more serotonin. Serotonin acts as a neurotransmitter that not only boosts your mood, but is a precursor for the production of melatonin. And melatonin has been strongly suggested to aid in hair growth and slow hair loss. I hope you found value in this video. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.